Now from the Weather Tracker TV Storm Studios, this is your weather today. Here's Chief Meteorologist William Cole.
All right, folks, well, TGIF and happy Friday. Here we go now, coasting right on into the weekend. And how about that rain overnight? Again, as promised, essentially all of North Texas got some type of rain. We're going to look at those rainfall totals coming up. A very spotty opportunity of maybe an additional shower this evening and even first thing tomorrow. We'll talk about that. But then really, truly, our next meaningful opportunity of rain is showing up for Monday. Again, the very latest details on that looking a little more interesting. Again, on that, we'll talk about coming up. But let's go and talk about our finally Friday. And again, even though we're pretty cloudy out there this morning, a little bit of fog around the area as well. As we go through the afternoon, we will have some peaks of sun. And again, you can see we'll be topping out in the mid-50s. Kind of a cooler afternoon today. But again, for this time of year, essentially really about where we should be. So looking at rainfall totals over the last 24 hours, most of this obviously late yesterday afternoon, evening, and overnight. Again, a lot of locations, a quarter to right around a half an inch of rain. So again, it wasn't an overly light rain, but it wasn't an overly heavy rain. Again, this is just one of those good old-fashioned soakers. Simply put, this is exactly the kind of rain that we need, especially this time of year. Again, even here in the Metroplex, quarter to a lot of locations. Again, you can see there right around a half an inch of rain. But all the rain now at mid-morning, it's basically tapering off in our eastern counties. It continues to pull away, and in fact, the overall storm system as we go through the day will continue to pull away, but look how impressive this storm is. Right on the front side, the milder side, rain, even some thunderstorm activity being reported down in the Houston area, but on the back side, or the northerly side, look at, as you get into the chillier air, the snow ongoing from Oklahoma, even up into parts of Kansas. In fact, late yesterday evening, even out in our Texas Panhandle, out around Amarillo, they were reporting some blowing snow. Obviously, all that has now tapered off out there. So there goes the storm. You can see the big dip. Again, that continues to pull off to the east. We're going to be watching one more very small storm system that's going to scoot through for the weekend. I don't think that's really going to do much for us whatsoever. But this storm, you see this spinning up across parts of the Pacific Northwest. This is what's going to be inbound for Monday. And again, that's a pretty potent storm. Rain and maybe the opportunity of even some thunderstorm activity showing up with that one. But then even as we look further off to the north here, this is up in parts of Canada, and this may be the story we're talking about a little bit more, especially about 9, 10, 11, 12 days on down the road. There's some pretty good indications that, number one, we've got cold air brewing here, Arctic air. We may even get a little bit of Siberian air and what we call cross-polar flow. And where I'm going with all of that, some of this is going to become displaced. It looks like it's going to come down into the continental United States. Right now, the data is keeping the coldest of the air, right, the core of that air mass, north of North Texas. I think our temperatures trend down, but I don't necessarily see it being a big Arctic blast for us, but it's still going to be close enough that, again, 9, 10, 11, 12 days on down the road, again, right now, at least I think it's worth kind of watching and at least kind of mentioning as well. So, again, more details on that, obviously, as we go over the next several days. But, okay, heading into the weekend now, it's all about that little dip. You see it coming through, kind of a little mini storm system. Doesn't have much in the way of teeth with it. So again, a stray shower tomorrow, Saturday, can't be ruled out. Only about a 20% opportunity. And then as we get into Monday, take a look at this here. Donut hole crossing right across North Texas. Again, yes, the opportunity of rain. And the way it looks right now, some thunderstorm activity as well. The thunderstorm opportunity may be a little bit better east of North Texas. But again, it's one of the things, in fact, we will be watching and kind of fine-tuning even that forecast as we go through the weekend. But again, a lot of folks, another half an inch of rain on the way, again, as we get into Monday. So there goes our rain, at least this morning, right? It continues to pull off. This is what I'm talking about this evening. Could there maybe be a stray shower around? Simply put, we just can't rule that out. So as we go through the afternoon, again, daytime highs in the 50s. Again, we'll just kind of call it a cooler day, but again, some sun will come peeking out. If you're making those all-important Friday evening plans, temperatures through the 50s. Winds remain relatively light, so not much of a wind chill. And again, you can see just that 20% opportunity of a stray shower. Overnight lows generally in the 30s. Most of us do remain above freezing. And then tomorrow, we will call it slightly cooler, 40s in the north. But again, a lot of us kind of there in the lower to mid 50s, and those 50s basically linger through the weekend. A little bit milder on Sunday, but here comes that next strong storm system on Monday. A little bit cooler you can see on Tuesday. Then you can see the deeper we get there into the 12-day, we do begin to trend those temperatures down.